Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
Boom, we back in the building, and I know Columbia mad at me right now. I know y'all upset with me, I know, but listen, God is good. Listen, man, I told you that if you eat your Wheaties, man, okay, and you pray about maybe two to three times a day,
at least,
you'll have us sit next to you. I told you. I got the queen in the building, man. Miss Tashana Jamison is here. Carolina Clutches in the building.
Yes,
thank you haters. I see you out there mad. Nah, don't try to turn the screen now. Come back, okay? Because we got some good information for you. I swear to God, we got some good information for you. All right, but before we get to this queen right here, let's pay two quick bills. All right. Number one, if God woke you up this morning, give him all the praise, because he is able, he is worthy, he is the guy who will lead us through this pandemic. All right. So give him all the praise, man. Give him all the glory, because you could have been in the news, you could have been in the grave last night. Amen. All right. So give him all the praise. Yes. Number two, you hear the music playing in the background, don't you? Yeah, you hear you grooving your shoulders. Yeah, because you already know where you at. We're at the Groove, man.
Yes.
Smoothie and juice bar. Located. You see she got hers, man. 7510, man. See that? She healthy. You out there right now, man, you drinking sodas. Yeah. Your liver bad. But we drinking smoothies, man. We better than y'all. I'm telling you now. So listen, come out, man. Okay, get your smoothie, man. 7510 Garners Ferry Road, man. Black owned, man. Come out and support.
Definitely support.
Now, let's get to this queen right here, man. Listen, stand on your feet. Man, we got the queen in the building.
You are too much.
We so thankful to have you here.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, we worked together, man, so many times, and she has been doing so much for the community, okay? Like, she's doing things that you don't see. That's the part right there that you don't see. But we're gonna learn about her today, because what I want to know about is Carolina Clutches.
Yes.
Okay. Now I may not be buying no clutches, but I want you to learn about it, because you gonna buy it.
But guess what? You can shop for your babe in training, or whatever she gonna be, a girlfriend, or anybody. But don't think that I don't provide something for everybody. Okay. Gotcha.
See, that's why she's here. Now, who is Miss Jamison?
Miss Jamison is a native of North South Carolina.
North, stand up. Yes, sir.
Yes, if you don't know where North is, not many people do. It's close to Orangeburg, down 321. If you blink, you'll miss it. So I grew up there, attended high school, graduated in 1999, and attended the University of South Carolina.
Go Chickens. Gamecock, stand up, man. Stand up.
So I was there, graduated in 2003. Lord, this seems like it's been like forever, like for real.
We old, low key.
Oh, nah, I'm not gonna co-sign on that at all.
Not old.
We're seasoned. We get seasoned.
We're veterans.
We got that flavor.
We're veterans. Sprinkle it right there. We're veterans.
Oh Lord.
So now, when you left South Carolina, the University of South Carolina.
Yes.
Did you automatically know that you wanted to start your own business?
No, I did not. And I'll be honest with you, coming out of North, a super small town, I think I might have been number 4 out of 40-something students, but
wow.
You understand, like that was our graduating class. So I knew then that I was wanting to go to college. I grew up I was the youngest of 3. I'm the youngest of 4, so I got 3 older brothers that all went to Carolina. So I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I never thought of any other option of me going anywhere other than Carolina, which is probably bad, y'all. Please don't do that. Have other options. Go somewhere.
Yeah, go to South Carolina State.
And that's fine. And you know what? The reason why I didn't do South Carolina State, because I grew up in North. You understand what I'm saying?
South Carolina State.
Right, and that was cool. Go Bulldogs, go Claflin, like all of that. I support. But I did not know immediately coming out of college that I wanted to own my own business. But I did watch my mom. She was a school teacher, and she also had her own business as well. So she's a seamstress, and she.
Listen, man, salute the mom.
Yes,
salute the mom.
that's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my first role model that I've ever seen run a business.
Okay.
Because that's what I saw her do, is come off of her full-time job of teaching and come home and start sewing on stuff.
Right.
Even growing up, before she took a little break to raise me a little bit, and then went back into the classroom. But what she was juggling,
gotta take a break to raise her, man.
y'all, it's
She's
a job.
else.
It's a job. Look, what's the City Girls' new song? They say, what's that new song?
I'm out the loop. I'm out the loop. I'm out the loop. Oh,
I am a job.
Forgive me,
that.
y'all. Forgive me. I'm out the loop.
Look, that's all right. But
Yeah.
we'll bring it back in the loop sometime.
Bring me back in.
But yeah, so I honestly didn't know coming fresh out of high school that I wanted to own my own business, but I knew that I was like, I want to do something in the business arena.
Right.
My first love, I'll be honest with you, I always wanted to be a doctor.
Wow.
But I didn't take school seriously and just was wanting the easy way out, and was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just go do business. Even if whatever I decide I want to do, then I'll go and do something business related. So I ended up majoring in business administration and did a concentration in business information systems through Darla School of Business.
Right.
And my minor was
popular business school too.
So I ended up majoring in business and was like, you know what? Well, I'll do management. I don't want to do the management side because I've never been one that wanted to be over people and to have. That's just not me. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but that just wasn't my personality type.
Me either.
I've never wanted to be somebody else's.
Let me do my own work. Yeah.
Right. And I knew that about myself, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to be somebody else's. But in the business, guess what I had to learn how to do? You have to learn how to manage yourself as well as other people.
Right.
So at that time, I didn't know that. So I kind of just tripped into the business side of it and knew, because I love fashion. I always loved shoes.
Right.
I always loved clothes.
Right.
In college, and I was like, that was my downfall.
Right.
If nothing else, I was gonna eat and I was gonna have some fly shoes. And I was like, clothes. Like I would always throw my friends together. Like they would always look good when we go out.
Yeah.
So, nonetheless, that was my love.
It's because of her.
So all of y'all who got these women from USC, and they were cool with me, y'all got them because of me.
Hey, you heard it here first. Only on the community vibes, man. We telling the truth, okay? It's about time for this to happen.
I'm trying.
Telling the truth. She's the reason why you're married. Yes.
Look, now I can't keep you married, but I can get you to the altar.
There you go. All right. Hey, listen. So, what was that moment you had when you was like, you know what? Now it's time for me to be my own boss.
Oh my God. To be honest with you, when I left USC, I went immediately into the workforce in Charlotte, North Carolina. I moved to Charlotte, and I was working for MetLife. Yeah. Worked for MetLife Insurance for 16 years. No, it was actually 15 years. That's what they have me down as. But anyway, I knew at that point, like I was working for years, ended up getting married, had children, and I was hating that job. When I tell you, insurance, I was in the insurance industry and I was a claims adjuster, which many of you well know that if you're in insurance is almost like I ain't gonna say it's a trap, but it's almost like it's a good money thing. Yeah. You understand? Like once you build your career based upon insurance, you're kind of stuck in that conglomerate of being in that insurance industry. You're just gonna move from company to company to company to company until you climb up and move around. And it's almost guaranteed that you're gonna see the same people that you've worked with move from company to company. They'll come back and you'll be like, you're back again. But nonetheless, that's what it is. That's just how it works. And insurance pays well.
It does.
So I found myself getting stuck in the lifestyle of building my lifestyle based upon that insurance world. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I had bills. At the time I had a husband and we had a family. So it's like I couldn't just quit my job and decide to go do something else.
Not at all.
So of all the years that I just kind of sat back and was like, dang, I hate this job. I was still working it. But then fast forward through life, I ended up going through a divorce. And during the midst of the divorce, it got so nasty that I ended up losing my job in the process. They ended up laying me off.
Y'all got ratchet. Ooh. But we good.
But God.
But God.
That part is what I can honestly say. But God had a bigger plan.
A bigger plan for you.
MetLife called me on Friday, April 13th of 2018 and was like, we don't need you. Now, see, they ain't called me on a Monday and tell me they didn't need me anymore. They called me on Friday.
They got a whole week of work.
A whole week of work. Now, y'all knew, all right, we ain't gonna.
MetLife, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Y'all knew y'all was gonna get rid of me on Monday.
You knew it.
Y'all waited to Friday.
Sunday you knew it.
They could have just told me on Sunday night. Just don't even log on, sis.
Just don't listen. Monday, listen. Bye, sis.
Bye.
Thank you.
But God had a better plan for me, and He knows that I would have never jumped
if it wasn't
unless
for that
it wasn't for that.
Situation.
So when they called me on Friday, April the 13th, and said, "You out of here?"
And she know the date.
I know the date, y'all. Because let me tell you, I was going through a divorce, and it was so nasty that I was like, y'all, I need to have a job.
Wow.
Like, I need them to know that I'm trying to support my children,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
to have a lifestyle. And I was like, but everything was just going wrong at that time.
Wow.
And on that day when they called me, I boo-hoo cried.
Yeah.
Like, boo-hoo. Like, Lord, what else is going to go wrong?
Yeah.
That wasn't quite rock bottom, but it was hurtful. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because of all the things that were going on at the time, I feel like God, like that was another blow, like for me. Like, if I wasn't already standing up, or, like kneeling to the ground, like that was my blow.
You taking a knee?
Like that was the blow. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, well, dang, I'm already down. Like, come on, now. Right? So I was like, you know what? I wasn't laid out flat yet, but I promise you, after I took that phone call, I was laid out flat because I was just like, Lord, what else? Like, what can I do? Like, what am I gonna do? What's next?
Man.
So at that point, that's when I decided, you know what? I started applying for new jobs. Nothing would come through. Nothing. You hear me?
Wow.
Because you got to remember, I was working from home in Columbia, but I worked 15 years from home because I ended up quitting that life. So I got laid off from a home job. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you was at home and you got laid off.
I ain't gonna say laid off. You know what? I'm gonna say laid off because they gave me a package when I left.
Okay.
So I wasn't even mad about that. So I said, you know what? But I don't think I got the rehireable status though.
Hold on. You're in the red now.
But that's fine. Tenure will get you a package sometimes. Yeah. So y'all don't leave out the door kicking and screaming. Sometimes you just gotta know.
Leave with grace.
Leave with grace. God has something bigger and better for you.
There you go.
So fast forward through all of that. I applied for job after job, job after job. Nothing went on interviews. Nothing was coming through. And not only that, y'all, South Carolina doesn't pay as much as North Carolina in the insurance industry.
They sure though.
That's just me. I'm just informing y'all. I don't know if it's changed, but the money is not the same. So therefore, I was going to take a pay cut, and I had to go into somebody's office. Yeah. So think about it now. Somebody that worked from home for 15 years, my wardrobe, that means if I go into somebody's office job, guess what I got to do? I got to buy clothes now. Wow. I got to prepare lunch. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's different to be at home. Daycare. It's a different mindset. It's a different mindset. And not only that, it's more expensive because you have gas now. You have a work wardrobe.
It's a whole bill.
Whole new bill. So say for instance, if you're making $30,000 or going into an office for somebody's job like that, just go ahead and knock off about 10 because you just got to.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
You got to calculate all that in there. So just understand when you're demanding salary, calculate in gas, all of that stuff that you have to do to get into the office and look fine and do the job. Okay.
Okay. Takes money.
I mean, you ain't have to like be
money
on the runway or nothing, but I need you to understand that this is an expense. So to me, I was like, this ain't making sense. You know, like I can't live and provide for 3 children off this lifestyle. So in the meanwhile, I was using my package to pay my mortgage. You understand? So, and I was like, okay, I got a couple months to figure this thing out. But I was like, hurry up wasn't the word. And insurance was about to run out. So you know what time it was. It was like, whoa, I need a plan because let me explain to y'all. When you get let go from a job, COBRA is super expensive. Wow. And if you don't know what COBRA is health insurance that you can purchase from the company that lets you go. And it's twice or 3 times as much as the normal health insurance that you get.
That's good information.
But again, it's super expensive and a lot of people can't afford to do it. Right. So I was one of the people that couldn't afford to do it because it would have been me times 3. Right. So I was like, nah. Okay. So how we gonna? What am I gonna do? So I started to capitalize on my talents and using my hands as therapy too, because sis was laid out now for a minute because life was giving me that 1-2 punch.
Blows.
And I was like, you know, what am I gonna do? And I remember my sister-in-law coming over to my house because she knew I was almost like distraught with all the stuff that was going on. And she said to me, she was like, all right, I'm sit down for a second. She said, I just need you to get yourself together. She was like, forget about all that other stuff. She said, I needed you to take this time to focus on you. She said, while you're not working, nothing's coming through, I need you to take the time to get yourself healthy, think of a plan. What is it that you're gonna do? She said, "Girl, you have talent.
You do."
She said, "You have talent, and you just need to tap into it."
Family, man.
I'm telling you.
Family, man.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Words of affirmation.
She was telling me things that I didn't have the ability to tell myself.
Wow.
And sometimes when we get in low places like that, it's hard to find the motivation for yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to hear those things
because
from.
we're our biggest critic.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me ask you this right here then. Why Carolina Clutches?
Carolina Clutches. So my business started in 2015. That was when I was a season ticket holder for Carolina football. So we would always look. The lifestyle has changed, y'all. Has changed.
Big time.
Big time.
Okay.
So sitting at the games, I would be at the tailgates looking at the girls, and I'd be like, me, I didn't get all decked out like the girls. They'll be out there in their little black sundresses and their boots and their flip flops. I ain't gonna say that, but
I was messing with you.
Look, it's close.
It's close.
Listen, they out there shopping.
Yeah.
But I was looking at the girls and I was like, these girls are super cute. But I was like, I would notice that the girls be walking around with their cup in their hand and their keys, trying, drinking, having a good old time. But what they would be doing is putting their keys and their stuff down. And guess what happens when they done got too many drinks? They done walk off and left their stuff. So I'd be looking, I'm like, hey, these girls are so cute, but they need a cute bag to carry that'll set off their outfit and that they would be able to carry that stuff in and also take it into the stadium so they won't forget it.
Come on, somebody.
So that's where Carolina Clutches was born. The idea for it. Started with a vision, and problem solving is the point of when you see a problem
and a purpose.
There you go. And you solve it. So if it's something that people like and the demand is there, then they will purchase it to solve a problem. So that was the problem that I saw and started from there.
Listen, so she has taken off, y'all. She has taken off. Okay, I'm telling you now, we're gonna learn what all Carolina Clutches has to offer. So what are you selling?
Okay, let's see. It started with the handbag. So I started doing, started off with a small clutch, like I said, just enough to be able to put your phone in, your keys, and that's what it started with.
So a clutch is what?
A clutch, and it's funny, I wish I had bought one, but clutch, let's just say it's about a little rectangle like that, in which you probably see a lot of them every now and then when girls go out on Friday, Saturday night.
A little small
bag, they tuck it right there.
I got you. Bam, okay.
Bam,
right.
like that's what I'm talking about. So they usually have their phone, keys, and a little lip gloss, just something to touch up their face. Little small bag, just enough to get some little goodies in to go out. So that's what I started with.
Keep your license in there, everything like
that.
There you go. I got you.
Right. So that's what we started with, the clutch, and then I kind of evolved over time. And some people would be like, "Well, I need a strap on mine," so I started doing a wristlet strap.
Right.
So I would add a little leather strap that attaches to the zipper, so they can carry that. And then I evolved into a tote bag, crossbody bags. Started to solve another problem when people be like, "What the heck?" I ended up with a bunch of scraps from the leather and fabrics that I would use.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh shoot, let me try to make an earring." So I used what
you got, man. What you got.
And it's so funny that we are innovative by nature.
Right.
But I hate waste. So people always tease me. They're like, "You're a hoarder," and I'm like, "Well, I keep things so I don't have to go rebuy it again." So I'm like, I'm not buying that again when I know how much that costs. So
use it.
That's what I started doing. So when I used what I had to create a new line of items, which was earrings, like these right here that y'all see, I ended up making this is lambskin. So like very, very lightweight, super cute, but it's a statement piece. So anyway.
So what do you wear it with?
Oh, you can wear these with anything. You see, I just got on jeans and a t-shirt, but see, I'm a little extra like that sometimes. But there's nothing wrong with what Deion Sanders say: when you look good, you feel good.
You play good.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that applies to life. So it could be little things, like say for instance, I was a mom at the time, single mom, trying to figure out how to pay bills and all that stuff. I wasn't trying to go buy new clothes. So what women, a good thing to do is women, don't go buy clothes all the time. Buy new accessories. Accessories are cheaper than going to buy something that you can only wear once. Like I don't believe in buying a full-on dress that's a print all over, because I can't wear that dress but 1 or 2 times and they be like, "Dang, she got this dress on again." but
something you took a picture of.
That's it doesn't even matter if you took a picture, and it does. It's just one of those things. That's like a suit for you. You understand? A businessman should always have a black suit, a blue suit, and you can get that little extra printed stuff everywhere else, but do understand a black and a blue suit is so classic that you could do so much with it. See, I done got off on a tangent, but
it's all good.
That's just me explaining that accessories to a woman give you a whole different look.
Right.
So I could put this on with another little sexy black dress or something else, and it gives a whole different look. So accessories are cheaper to have more fun with.
Gotcha.
And give you a different look in your outfit. So
where can they go to purchase these items?
I started at Soda City, so I'm usually at Soda City Market on Saturdays. Of course, I won't be there this Saturday, but I'll be there next Saturday.
Now, Soda City is where?
On Main Street in Columbia.
Boom.
9 to 1.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's an amazing experience if
it's
you have not done
it.
It is.
Out there.
Wear your mask because we're open, it's safe. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. So.
And if you need a mask,
guess who does that too?
Now, when you let me ask you this right here.
Yes.
When the pandemic started,
yes,
and you noticed that there was going to be a need, what was your initial thought process with that?
Okay, I'm gonna be 100% real with you right here and now. In February, I want to say about March, I had a client when all this stuff was going on and they weren't really sure about what was going on. They were saying it was, in China, but not quite here yet. I had a client that was like, hey, you my girl, you always do my stuff. Like, she's like a long-time client that I've had. She had to travel. So this was before the pandemic really, really hit.
Right.
So it might have been in February. But she hit me up and was like, hey, I need a mask. So I was like, I don't know how to make a mask, but I sat down at my machine and I was like, let me try this thing out. Because she's like, no, I need you to try to make me a mask. She said, because you know what I like.
There you go.
know what I'm going to do.
There
you know how I'm going to rock it.
Yeah.
And I want my mask from you.
There
you know,
go.
she was very specific.
Period.
So I sat down and I worked up a pattern that was going to work for it. I had this funky fabric and it's like a cheetah print and it was all her. So she was like, that's it. And so I put it together, posted on the internet, and
there you go.
Instagram.
Listen.
That's when it started.
Listen, the gram, man. Listen, taking over, man.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, I need y'all to flood Soda City like right now, man. Okay. Listen, Saturday, stand in line, be the first ones out there because I need you to go buy all her items. Like, make a run out of items. Like, just flood it. Just. Because this is so important because we have to support each other.
Yes.
Okay. It's so
absolutely.
imperative. And how you look, that helps with your confidence, right?
It does.
So,
absolutely.
We have so many young women out here who need the confidence, right? So to that 17-year-old young lady right now that's maybe watching this, that's living in North South Carolina. How can you help her with her confidence?
First, and it's funny because this is something that I've done within Richland 1 and Richland 2 as well. I used to do like those confidence boosting workshops where we would take our time and work with the female, but I would tell her at this point, don't let your circumstances or your environment define who you are right now. Like, you have to learn to see, it's funny because I tell my kids all the time, you got to see past your nose. Like, you need to learn to dream big and to be able to see yourself outside of your current circumstances. So what I would do is I would take her to the side and I would just try to find out where her low points are. Because see, a lot of people don't realize that you can look confident. Like, I look confident all day long.
You do.
But sometimes there are times when I am not as confident.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
And I think it's very important to pinpoint, especially with children, where their low points are.
Wow.
Because sometimes it's not always, it could be something, they might not be able to read good. You understand? They might not be able to get out in front of anybody and have a great conversation or be able to, and it's not about look.
No.
Sometimes it's about your mindset and where you are. So like I said, it's very important to pinpoint those weak areas in an individual so that way we can kind of work to say, okay, well, if this bothers you, how can we get you to this point where you're more confident in that aspect? Because guess what? As you grow, and you realize that every day we're learning something. So there's not always something that you're going to be confident about because there's something that I don't know. There's a lot of things that I don't know, but I do believe that I'm able to learn anything. Right, absolutely. We all have insecurities. So I think it's important to pinpoint those and then work with that individual to strengthen those areas and then also get them strengthened in other areas where you're going to need to have stronger points to grow as well. You understand? Like, you know, you just kind of capitalize and it's a little building block. So
that's solid, man. That's solid. Listen. I'm telling you, man, because you know, coming from those, let's say, small rural towns, sometimes you don't know who you can be when you don't see it.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So
you're right.
People, let's get out there, man, and really help these young kids out, man. And listen, man. Just listen, man. Take somebody by the hand, man. You know what I mean? And help them, because your appearance is everything. That's the first thing a person sees when you walk through the room. Okay, is your appearance. You know what I'm saying? What you have on, how you carrying yourself. You know what I'm saying? We used to call it swag. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, that matters, man. That matters. It matters so much, because that tells your story without let's say, without you saying a word. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
And the one thing I'll also say about that is you don't have to spend a fortune to look good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a thrift store queen. I grew up on hand-me-downs. I was the youngest of, like I said, 4. I got 3 older brothers. Hand-me-downs all day long. My daddy loved to go to the thrift store, the flea market, whatever it is that he bought. That's what we wore. If it was something that we needed. And then guess what? When we were old enough to work and have jobs, then that's when we decided to take our little money and go buy the little things that you wanted. But I believe in looking good on a budget. Like, you know, not breaking the bank. And I think it's important for us to teach our children that labels don't make you. It doesn't, you don't, and I always tell people, I don't have a problem with people who wear designer labels. Sometimes I might splurge and get something, but not very often though. That's just, you know, that's not my thing.
But to each their own. We about to call her to the carpet now though. We about to call her to the carpet. Because as of late, the fans of Miss Carolina Clutches have been getting some swag, man, because she has been taking some phenomenal model-like pictures on the gram.
Stop it.
Okay? Now we got to get to the bottom of this here now.
Oh my gosh.
When did this start?
You know what though? I was never a picture taker. Like, I did not like to take pictures. I'll be honest with you. And what you see, now you saw that girl in that picture.
Storming outside. Huh?
Whatever, y'all. Now what you see on those pictures, I promise you don't see in person all the time. Like, that's just not me. I'm not a big makeup wearer.
What led to that though?
But what led to me getting into doing my own pictures? Building my confidence back, because my confidence was also very low. Like I said, going through all of that. Absolutely. There are times when I was like, just, you know, didn't feel good, wasn't getting my hair done. Like, those little things matter, especially when it comes to a woman. Like, if I don't do nothing else, my hair got to be right. When my hair ain't right, sometimes my whole aura is off. And y'all might see me on the ground with a hat on a live, but I will tell y'all, I'll do that any day. But that's fine. But I'm not gonna break the bank, and I'm not gonna go crazy. But like I said, that's just one thing I started to get into. But also, not with having a business and being a entrepreneur that does everything. Guess what? I couldn't afford to pay a model, so guess what I had to do?
Be your own model. Wear your own stuff.
Pop your little stuff on, take a selfie, take a picture, put it on the ground. And that's actually how my business started to kind of grow a little bit, because people would see the product and how I would put it together. And they'd be like, oh, that's cute. I mean, because I could take that and put on a model, and you know, it may not look the same. But you add a little jazz to it, add your own flavor.
Make anything look good, man.
I try.
I'm telling you, man, anything look good, man. If you have not been following this young lady on the gram, God bless you, because you need a dose of it in your life, because it may be motivating to someone. I mean, because once you hear what she's been through, and then you watching it now, you get just a new perspective. You know what I mean? Of just listen, you have to feel good about yourself.
You do.
You know what I mean? And you know, and it starts with you. It starts here. It's your mind.
It is your mindset.
Gotta believe in yourself. It's so important. It's so important. Yes, you're gonna have those days where you're down, depressed, or whatever, but let it be temporary. Okay? And you gotta make sure that you surround yourself with positive people who got your best interest at hand. Okay, now we know that she's a phenomenal dresser, a very impactful business owner. Okay, but number 3, she's something that we all need in life. She's a phenomenal mother. Okay, and listen, man, I know that you are a very supportive mother.
I am.
And your son plays sports.
Yes.
And we heard you're one of those mothers.
Yes, I'm used to that mom. That's
She's that mom in the stands.
I am.
That you can't even watch the game because she's on 20, she's on 10, she's turned up. Sit down. Okay, we know that's your son. Okay. So how does it feel, man? Just seeing your kids, man. Hey, they're playing sports, and you grew up with 4 brothers, so you saw all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
You know what? It's so funny because I grew up and I wanted to play sports. Like I wanted to do basketball, softball. Yeah, I did, but I did not have the heart. Like
no,
I did not. Like I did not like that feeling of getting out there and messing up and everybody looking at you like she sucks. But
she's a loser.
Right. Yeah, I just didn't. I couldn't compress it. So when I had children and I saw that they were naturally talented in like sports and stuff like that, I encouraged them to. Even with my youngest, she's 6. She doesn't play sports yet. Which she tried t-ball, but she was just like, it's too hot out here. But the other 2, my 13-year-old, she plays softball. For local high school here, and then my son, he does travel baseball and plays rec league baseball. So like I said, when I saw that as little people that they were talented and like very athletic, and I told them my main thing is the books, because I was like, it's pointless if you can't play when you don't have to grade. So I was just kind of like, because I lacked the heart as an athlete, or I didn't have that, I actually just encouraged them to be confident. You understand? To boost their confidence levels, so that way they can believe they can do anything. If you want to learn something, if you want to play lacrosse, you want to play volleyball, whatever it is, you get out there and try. Get on YouTube, let's learn how to do whatever it is, to get you to that level that you need to be. And it doesn't, have to like wear you out or anything, but I just need you to understand that whatever you have want to do, that it's going to take work, and that you're going to have to put in work to get some good results.
So how does it feel knowing that your kids, they're watching their mother, be, successful at her own business?
It's been wild, and it makes me feel very good, because my oldest, she's 13, and over the past, I'd say 3 years is when they probably noticed me at my lowest. You understand? Like they've seen me evolve into someone that's like, oh my gosh, like my mom has her own business. And there are times when I take my oldest to work with me, a lot of times she helps me, and she'll stop and she'll be like, Mom, I'm so proud of you. Like I've never had, like it's different. Like it's a different feeling. Listen, I'm telling you, it is different. Because as an adult, you understand, that's not something that we hear. We don't even hear other adults tell us that they're proud of us. Even our parents, sometimes they don't say it. And I'm not saying that that's true. You don't. A lot of adults don't hear that coming from their own parents.
They didn't grow up like that.
There you go. And it's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody for that. But just understand, when you see those things, the lack of things that you hear, you instill that in your seed and your younger, children. So for me to hear that coming from them was just like amazing. Like even sometimes my son will say, I'm proud of you, or what did you do today? How, like he kills me, because he'll ask me, how much money did you make? Sir, no.
Superwoman.
Like
Superwoman, man.
Oh, stop it.
Superwoman.
I just do what I can. From north, right?
Man. From north, man. I'm telling you, man. It don't matter where you come from, man.
Does not matter.
It doesn't matter where you come from, man. As long as you got these and these, you good out here in these streets, man.
Always.
Listen, man, we want to thank this phenomenal young lady, this queen, okay, for stopping by the vibes, man. Listen, man, I hope that you took your notebook out, because she dropped some jewels on y'all today. Okay? But we can't let her go without asking her the magic question. Yeah, we gotta ask her the magic question. All right. The Vibe family is wanting to know. Now, I know you eat chicken wings.
Yeah. That wasn't a magic question I was expecting, but okay.
I know you eat chicken wings. No, this is the most important question in the world right now. Okay?
I eat chicken wings, yes.
In the world.
I'm ready.
If you had the choice, would you select the drums or the flats?
You know what? I'm a drum girl. And you know why? I grew up on chicken legs. That's what I like. I like chicken legs. Like, and then the little ones, it's easier to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's so much easier. And that's it. But then that little flap, you got to
bend it and breaking it, go between it. And I told you, flat lovers, you're weirdos. It's something wrong with you, man.
Y'all like to do too much work. That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Life's not supposed to be hard. Okay? Listen, chicken is supposed to be fun. Okay? Give me the
Tasty.
drum. Just let me and life is good. Okay? That means that she's a good person. Okay?
I try to be.
Now, if you want to follow this good person,
Yes.
how can they follow you?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Carolina Clutches. That's CarolinaClutches. And my Facebook page is the same. Carolina Clutches. That's my business page. I am also online that you can purchase masks, earrings, a clutch bag, and I take custom orders online. My website is www.carolinaclutches.com. So same way of spelling, Carolina Clutches, ClutchesS.com.
Boom.
Yes.
There you have it, man. Listen, let's thank this young lady once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate it.
It's love. It's love. I'm telling you, it's the vibes, man,
Yeah.
where we have nothing but family that come on the show because we believe, man, we got to lift each other up.
Yes.
Okay, lift each other up. Before I let you go real quick, I want to get your opinion on something.
Okay.
We could possibly have the first Black female vice president ever, man.
Listen.
How does that make you feel?
You know what? I'm never one to really discuss politics, but I will say that I think this is a major move. I think if it's played properly, it will be amazing. At the point where we are in life right now with all the external things going on, I feel it's important that we protect her.
Gotcha.
Because it's gonna be, it's already hard being a regular Black woman. You understand what I'm saying? So you are talking about somebody that's about to be in the light against other men, and I'm not even saying white, Black, but just in general, the whole conglomerate of the world that does not like anything about her, being a woman, being Black, just being who she is as a person. I just think it's important that we protect her. And even though we may not personally agree with any of the things that she's done beforehand, let's just look at the bigger picture.
Come on.
Y'all go vote. That's all that matters. Pick the lesser of two evils.
There you go.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Go vote.
Get out there, man. Use your vote. Use your voice. Okay. Listen, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Okay. Common sense matters. Okay. And this is so important to me. Listen. It does not matter how you feel about her.
That's it.
What I love is that this is showing young Black girls.
That's it. You can do it.
That you can be whatever you want to be.
Yep.
If you just stick to the script and work hard and put God first.
Amen.
Anything is possible. Okay. It doesn't matter what you feel about her.
Right.
This is showing young Black, young, pretty little queens that I have a future.
That's it.
You know what I mean? There's no limitations. There's no barriers. Okay.
None at all.
You look right here, it's the same thing. There's no limitations, no barriers. Came from North. Okay, nothing but great things come out of North, man. You see the blue earrings? You see the blue earrings, man? It's North, man. She represents.
Oh
North
yeah, that's
today.
right.
Shit, you know.
No, these are like blue. They're cobalt blue. They ain't a royal blue. Go Eagles!
They blue.
I promise you.
They blue.
They blue though.
Blue
They're blue steel.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. North, man. She came here representing North hard today.
I did. Look, see that? I forgot.
You see what I'm saying?
Sorry. I appreciate you for Look, he wrapped it all together.
There it is, man. So listen, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in.
Y'all.
Make sure you stop by her. What is it?
Sometimes I'm there at Soda City. Follow my Instagram and my Facebook. I do post when I'm at Soda City, so that way you can stop by and see me. If you cannot stop by and see me, get on the website and support. Thank you.
The first person that contacts me and says that they watched this podcast, what I'll do is go down to Soda City and buy you about $50 worth of stuff.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
Y'all.
But it has to be a teenager. It has to be a teenager that's going to school.
That's it.
Okay. So I'll buy that young female teenager $50 worth of stuff on me if you contact me saying that you watched this podcast.
All right.
All right.
And guess what, guys? On top of that, I'll throw in something extra.
Ooh,
so, y'all, the pot has been sweetened.
Ooh, a nice little one too.
I promise you.
All right. So thank us so much,
man.
Thank y'all, man. And thank God.
Yes, thank God.
Put him first, man. I'll see you guys later, man. Make sure you go out there and vote.
Yo, Kingdom, Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. You say you won't shine, come get your shine on. You say you want vibes, come get your vibe on. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. Hey, you say you won't shine, we'll get your shine on. You say you want vibes, we'll get your vibe on.